I laughed and put my hand over my eyes. No way, dude. You're such a liar. Cody shook his head furiously. No, Ellie, he said urgently, his face an expression of awe. I swear I did the challenge. Cody was talking about the locally known forest challenge. Last year, a few teenagers had gone missing in the woods doing a dare. The specifics of the dare were unknown. The darer had gone missing too. Supposedly, if you went into the forest at the edge of our little town at 11:59 p.m., you would enter another world. I didn't believe it. I mean, how could I? Another world? Impossible. But I decided to humor Cody. Okay, let's say I did the challenge. Did you get a reward? I crossed my arms over my chest and raised an eyebrow. Cody nodded excitedly. Yup, it was just as it said, $500. So worth it, he answered. He fingered his pocket and a small piece of paper was sticking out. Hey, what's that? I asked him, eyeing the paper. Let me see. Something felt off about the way he was standing. Cody reluctantly handed me the paper. I began to read it. It is recommended you enter the forest with at least one other person. If you enter before 11:59 p.m. or after, the challenge will not work. Time does not flow in the forest, so you may be staying inside as long as you can. Bring a flashlight and multiple copies of this page. 1. Stay on the path, no matter what. 2. If you meet anyone in the forest, other than the people you entered with, do not look at them. They are harmless, but if you pay attention to them, they will not be. Rule number 3. If you see yourself, close your eyes and count to 10. Your copy should be gone. Do the same if you see a copy of your companions. 4. If a tree suddenly falls on the path or off, turn around and run the opposite way immediately. You may hear screeches or other sounds, but as long as you keep running and stay on the path, you will be safe. Exit the forest and do not attempt the challenge ever again. 5. While walking, you may see a pair of benches. If they are empty, keep walking. If there's a couple with brown hair sitting on one, ask if you can sit. If they look up and nod, it's safe. If they answer yes, keep walking and look away from them. If it is safe to sit, you may rest as long as you want. Keep in mind that time is endless, so you will not waste any time resting. Rule number 6. When you exit the forest and the time is still 11:59, go back in and come back out. When you come back out, it should say 12. If it says 12 when you come back out, it's safe. But if you let the clock turn to 12, you're doomed. If you leave the forest without making sure it says 12, The second time you go to sleep after being in the forest, you will wake up on one of the benches inside the forest. You will never, ever leave the forest again. You will spend the rest of eternity wandering the forest as a copy until you turn into a monster. To tell if someone left the forest and stayed out at 11:59, their eyes will pulsate black every so often. 7. It is recommended that you travel with a companion, and to travel in a straight line across the width of the path. If not, and you find that one of your companions is trailing behind, call out a code word to them. Example, mac and cheese, or click goes the camera. If your companion either does not respond or responds with the wrong code, get on the ground and cover your ears and close your eyes. If everything is completely silent, it's dangerous. If you hear a faint humming, it's safe, and the fake companion will be gone. Sadly, the real companion is dead. 8. If you see a companion with their eyes completely white, stare at them until the white goes away and their normal eye color returns. If you look away, both of you will immediately die. 9. If you hear a loud bang go through the forest, you have exactly 5 seconds to react. Take out your flashlight and point it directly in front of you. When the 5 seconds are over, a creature will attempt to rush towards you from the front, but your flashlight will stop it. It will let out a loud screech and turn around and go back to where it came from. Do not put away the flashlight until you can no longer hear or see the creature. 10. The forest will always have a faint humming sound, like in Rule 7. If it's completely silent, you're in danger. If it goes completely silent without warning, get to the ground with your eyes closed and ears covered. No matter what you hear through your hands over your ears, do not open your eyes. 11. While walking, you may hear a soft whisper in your ear. If you hear that, immediately turn around and walk normally out of the forest. Make sure you act like nothing is wrong. You won't have to worry about any creatures as long as you stay calm. Just stay on the path and keep Rule 6 in mind. If the thing that whispered thinks you're panicking or scared, it will attack. The only way to escape is by picking up a rock or some gravel and throwing it off the path. It will distract it long enough for you to start running out of its vision. Rule number 12. If you encounter someone with pulsating black eyes outside of the forest, get away from them as soon as possible. If you touch them or if they touch you, no matter what happens after that, you will wake up in the forest the next night. Unlike them, you will not be stuck here forever. You have one chance to escape. Rule 13. This rule relates to Rule 12. Remember, people with pulsating black eyes are dangerous. Do not think of them as the person you might have previously known. One touch, and they could kill you in the forest. I finished reading the rules. A strange feeling in my gut. I didn't know there was rules. Of course, how else would you do the challenge? He held out his hands, motioning for me to give him the paper back. I bit my lip. Something didn't feel right. Cody smiled. It's okay, Ellie. I didn't expect you to want to do the challenge. He gently punched my shoulder. That's when I finally realized what was wrong. Cody's eyes weren't green anymore. They were black.